Welcome, guys. Welcome to Team Freestyle Start Strong Training. It is Monday, the 16th of July 2018. If you guys are listening to the recording, it's always good to have training with you guys post a big weekend of training and events. If you guys don't know, I know we had a whole bunch of Team Freestyle members, or we had a good handful, more than a good handful. There was probably 50 of the Team Freestyle members at the Eric Warray GoPro event here on the Gold Coast on Saturday and Sunday. So if you guys had the opportunity to come along, we want to say congratulations for taking the time out of your life to invest in yourself and getting to that. I know that we're super pumped about the idea of building a big group, a big contingent to come next year. And yeah, I'd love the guys and girls that came to the GoPro event that are on training tonight, even if you want to share in the comments what was the standout of the weekend. I know for me, I got loads, like literally pages of notes, and I know that there's some stuff that we're going to be able to refine for next, moving forward to help you guys get better and better results in the business. So, is there anything you want to share?
Yeah,
on that,
I'm going to go over my notes tomorrow on my Boss Babes Live. But yeah, definitely something. They released the dates for next year, so I highly recommend if you're looking for extra inspiration, which we all need. You know, we've been in this business for 4 years now, and it's definitely been so incredible to have lots of new inspiration coming in from outside sources. So yeah, recommend that you put that in your diary now and already start sending some intentions towards thinking about coming along.
Yeah, because most of you guys are newbies here. I know this is our Start Strong call. I won't go into too much detail about next year or even on the weekend, but on the other training on Build Strong, I think we will share a little bit more about some takeaways from GoPro, what certainly Kira and I got from that. I know we've got not only a standout performer in Team Freestyle, but we have got our franchisee of Australia on team training tonight, Angela Simpson. So you guys can tune into that. Obviously, Start Strong first and foremost. If you guys are here and you are brand new to Team Freestyle, I want to say a big welcome. Welcome to Team Freestyle. We're excited about what this journey can be for you. And, I think certainly in the beginning, guys, I think just, taking it one step at a time, not getting overwhelmed. I think, we're going to talk about some fundamental skills tonight. We also want to open up the opportunity. We don't often get to do this in our Start Strong call, but if you guys have got some questions, if you guys have got some challenges that are showing up in your business early on, some things maybe you haven't quite kind of got your head around yet, then tonight's going to be an opportunity to ask those questions. If you want to ask those questions in the chat, that's often the easiest, and we can kind of do that.
Yep,
so
sounds good.
So we might start with probably, Kira and I have been working on some new videos for you guys, really to simplify what we're up to and really how to get your business started. And one of the things we asked ourselves is probably, what are the fundamentals of our business? If I was just getting somebody started, what are the things that do? I think step one, finding your first customer. I think this is an important part. And, what I know is that sometimes finding a first customer can be really easy because you can be your first customer. So you just getting on the products yourself and you're really being a product of the product and utilizing the products and getting into the program, I think is a great way to get started. So I want to encourage you guys, if you're just getting started or you've been here for a little while and you're hungry to really take your business to the next level, you're serious about taking this, you're serious about your business, you seriously want this thing, give this a proper go, then I want to encourage you guys that you're using all three products if you can. Do it, finding a way inside yourself, inside your budget to say, you know what, I'm going to get on all three products, because if I'm not prepared to get on all three products and I'm kind of passionate about this, how can I expect someone else out there to get on all three products also?
Yeah, I think you living the mission, you are your best advertising tool. And I don't say that in the way that you have to feel like you look perfect or that you have to be a certain someone. It's just people around you will notice the difference in you. And, you know, for most people, certainly you will feel more energized and you will just get so much more excited about sharing it. You'll think of more people that you feel like this could help based on your own results. So, you know, the people who are the best product of this product are the ones that are most excited about sharing it and get great results with customers. So make sure that you take it properly, you know, plug into the program. Even if you don't need weight loss results, you know, just making some of the recipes with your family, letting the kids choose some recipes and make them. It's perfect content for your social media as well when you're living the mission. And can I just share one of the best tips I got from Eric around when you're new and you're getting started and you're starting to take the product yourself? I really loved how he shared some verbiage around going to the people who are closest to you. You know, if you opened a coffee shop or you opened a restaurant or if you opened a clothing shop, it would be pretty much an expectation that your friends and family would support you. You know, they would share it. They would, you know, if they love coffee and you're close by, they're going to come and get a coffee from you. And you must do the same for your friends and family, right? We all want to support one another. And he just shared some really cool verbiage around when he got started. He rang the people closest to him and he just said, you know what, I'm really excited about this. It's really important to me. I would really appreciate your support. If you could just order, you know, one supply, and if you don't love it, because I really want your feedback, but if you don't love it, I'll never talk to you about it again. But I'd love you to try it. I love your support, and I really, really appreciate your feedback. And, you know, what a great way to get started is having the people around you come and support you. And as I said, you know, if you're always that one supporting others, then this is that time that you can call in a favor.
Yeah, I agree. I think just, you know, I had the opportunity to hang out with some of the top 2 industry leaders in network marketing over the last 25, 30 years. And they certainly spoke about having a strong customer culture as the you know, as distributors, that we love the product. We, you know, we appreciate what it is. We value it. And we want to share that with other people. And I think this is really important.
And we know it's going to help them, right? Like we're talking about an incredible product that is going to help anyone, no matter how healthy they are or not healthy or whatever that is. You know, we're not talking about trying to push a product on someone that has no relevancy to their life. Everyone needs more fruits and veggies, like even the people who are super healthy. So, yeah.
And I would say this, you know, if you guys are just getting started or maybe you're inspired by coming to GoPro and you're like, right, I want to find my next 5 customers, next 5 people to help inspire them around their health. My thing is, you know, when was the last time you reached out to those people that you've written down and just took a genuine interest in their health? You know, just really ask them, you know, if you guys have got, I would say to you guys, you know, writing a list of some people that you feel like this program, the JBT program, the Juice Plus products could help, you know, whether that's to lose a little bit of weight, have a bit more energy. Maybe you know that they've had their own health battles along the way. You know, writing a list of those people and then reaching out and saying hello. You know, how's life? What's been going on? I know someone asked just a minute ago, you know, what do you call a reach out? A reach out for me is like saying hello, like you would in a coffee shop. You know, whether you're doing that face-to-face or you're doing that, you know, through a message saying, hey, how are you? How's life? What's been going on? Once they respond, then you want to take an interest in that area of their life where this could help. You know, where could they benefit? And maybe even before saying, hey, I got something for you, first and foremost, finding out where they're at there first. You know, how is your health? Last time I spoke to you, I know you were trying to lose a little bit of weight. I know you talked about your energy wasn't awesome. I just want to say, how are you these days? And then once they respond, if they said, my energy is amazing, and you're like, what did you do then? Like, you want to ask them, what did they do? But if they kind of say, well, yeah, I'm not great. And then you might say, you know, the reason I asked is I might have something could be interesting. I've recently come across something. I've just started doing a program. It's got a couple of products that are attached to it. I couldn't help but think that it might be of interest to you. If I was to send you something, would you, right? That Eric spoke about this on the weekend. It's just such a great line, guys, when somebody is kind of interested by saying, if I was to send you something, are you around? I'd love to have a chat. When's a good time to do that? Do you want to add something? So I think just doing that, like thinking about, when's the last time you really sat down and asked yourself, if I had to write 10 people down on a piece of paper right now, who would I love to help with health? I think when we talk about customers, guys, customers are the people that want to get healthy around you. They're not into health, right? They're not into health so much, but they want to get healthier, right? I think sometimes because someone's into health, we're like, well, they want to take this, but maybe they're not in enough pain yet. Maybe there's not enough purpose and reason to get on the products. Maybe you say, hey, I know you're into health. I came across something recently. I'm not sure if you're looking for the edge, but if I was to show you something to have a look at, would you be open to have a look? Come across a great program. There's a couple of products attached to it. I thought of you. Thought you might be interested. Check it out to get the edge, take your health to the next level. Just doing that. I think that's a great way to approach that.
And if you want to see, some more ideas and get your head around, if you're brand new and you're at that stage of let's just find your first customer, we've actually just finished recording in the video system those videos for you to go and watch as well.
So if you guys go to Team FreeStyle and they go to
photo albums, I think it's the second or third album. It's called Video System. So we're redoing the system in very short 5 to 10 minute videos.
Yeah.
So that it's just going to be really quick and easy for you to run through the system. So we've done the customer one now. And we've also done, maybe this is a great way to lead into the importance of launching your business.
Yeah, so I think there's two sides to our business, guys. I think one side of our business is helping you guys find your first 1, 2, 3 customers. I think if you can find your first one, you can find the many, right? Once you can share the products with one person, you can share it with many. But the other side of our business, and there's no doubt, if you can help find your first team member, 2 or 3, in your first 30 and 60 days, even though that might seem daunting, or maybe just in the next 30 to 60 days, it can certainly help propel your business forward. And, speaking to, one of these leaders today, without a team, we're talking about, a significant milestone in the business. Until we've got 2, 3 team members, we don't really have a business. We've kind of got this little retail shop. But if you really want to start to grow a business that has the ability to kind of branch out and grow with or without you over time, then sharing the business with other people around you that are just like you. Think about why you're doing this business. What are the benefits you're looking for? Is it that you just want to get the products cheaper for free by recommending and helping other people do the same? Or is it that you are looking for a little part-time income, and think about the benefits that is? And then I'd do the same. I'd write a list of people that you've thought of that creating an extra income might make a difference right now, that an extra $500 to $1,000 a month would start to make an impact. And I think sometimes we underestimate what that is, and sometimes we don't realize the people that would appreciate an extra $500 to $1,000 a month into their bank account. We think people are all good, but when we kind of finally check in on them and see how they are and ask those real questions, we start to uncover that stuff. So, Kira talked about a launch, and we've done a little video for you guys in that system. But getting your business started with a launch event, I think, is really powerful. And, the cool thing is in Team FreeStyle, you guys have got amazing leaders here that are doing events every week. Like some are doing multiple events, Zoom events every week. And I really want to encourage you guys, if you are really serious about this, and I would say if you've taken the time out and you're certainly looking at my ugly head and having to put up with my voice, then you must be serious about this. There couldn't be any other reason why you'd want to do that. So I would say that make sure that you're doing a launch event, that make sure you reach out to one of your uplines that that's doing a regular event and say, hey, I'm ready to launch my business. So I encourage you guys tonight that you reach out, you say, I'm ready. I'm ready to do that. And I want to encourage you guys right now, if you are not on your phone doing this Zoom right now, I want to challenge you guys. And if once you've done it, I'd love to hear it in the chat. I would literally want you guys to do this right now. I want you to message one of your upline and say, hey, I'm ready. I'm ready to launch my business. What do I need to do? Well, how would I launch it? And I want to just frame this is that the launch event is this, guys. I think sometimes we make up these oh my goodness, it's so scary and I don't want to annoy people and all that sort of stuff. But I want you guys to understand what the launch is about. The launch is by you saying, hey, this is what I'm up to. The people around you, it's to invite the people around you to let them know what you're up to, not to come do what you're doing. That's not what you're doing. You're not going to start door knocking them every week and annoy them and try to drag them into this. What you're saying is, hey, I'm doing something new. And I just wanted to make sure that you knew about it. And just more importantly, that you know what I'm doing is safe. It's real. It's not a scam. It's not a pyramid thing, right? There's none of that stuff. And I think the thing is that if you did have someone that cares enough about you that wants to jump on that, if people don't jump on it, doesn't mean they don't care about you either, right? But if they do jump on, then I think at least they have peace of mind that what you're doing is real. That, you know, just like you were skeptical, but you came and had a look at an event and you were like, okay, maybe there's more to this than I thought. At least they know you're safe. And the other thing is, guys, that a year or 2 or 3 years' time, if and when you do create success here, right, is that they can never come back to you and say, why didn't you never tell me about this? You know, what I've learned over my journey is certainly the people that you feel like are going to be a part of this with you often aren't. And the people you think would never join you often do. So I really, you know, your job's not to judge who this is for. And I would say that you reach out to your upline tonight. Do it now if you're not if you can message without jumping off this Zoom. You know, message them and say, hey, I'm ready to launch. How do I do that? How do I book in? How do I reach out and invite people? And what do I need to do on the event? And
can I share my? Yeah. So I just want to share my top tips with launching your business. Number one, it might be a little bit outside your comfort zone, but saying yes to those opportunities is how you grow and how you grow confidence. You know, in the beginning of my journey, I could barely speak without crying because I was so painfully shy. But I just committed to saying yes, even though it was a challenge. And then every time I realized it wasn't such a big deal and my confidence just grew that little bit more so that I could take an even bigger step next time. And it's so much easier now than when I first started because Zoom, you have all of your team and taking the event for you. You've just got to show up and share 60 seconds of your story. And that's my next tip. It's really important that for the event to be the most powerful it can be, that you get clear on focusing, you get clear on sharing a 60-second story. How can you make the most impact in 60 seconds? Not 5 minutes, not 10 minutes, because it really impacts the entire event. So practice your story before your launch. And the most powerful stories are the ones that are vulnerable, are the ones where people are a little bit nervous because you're so relatable. Being perfect and nailing it and having, you know, your hair and makeup done perfectly and all of that stuff, that is actually the opposite of, you know, the best thing for your business because people feel like, well, I can't do that. I can't do, you know, I'm not a professional speaker or, you know, I didn't nail it, so maybe I couldn't do the business. And the pain points in your story are the most important thing that you get vulnerable and real with because that's what resonates with people. You know, if I had pretended that our life was amazing and our traditional business was so good and, you know, there was no pain, where, you know, just put the successful, we're business owners, we're successful. You know, we easily could have written that story, like 3 businesses on the Gold Coast, you know, and I'm a stay-at-home mom. I could have shared that side of the story, but I didn't. I shared the pain in our story, that I was sick of not seeing my husband. I was sick of the amount of hours he was putting in compared to how little financial gain we were getting in return. I was sick of being the housewife who didn't have a voice, who didn't have a passion that fueled me every day beyond being just a mom. And those were the elements that were so attractive to people because so many people related to that pain in one way or the other. That is the most important part of your story. And then the next tip, what was my next tip? I can't remember. Launching your business. Inviting. So just like I shared at the beginning around going to those people and just saying, look, I really love your support. You know, if you could just give it one round, I'll never talk to you again if you didn't love it, but I'm confident you will. Go to them with this in the same way. You're launching a real business, guys. This is a real business. And your family and friends, they don't have to love it. They don't have to be involved in it, but at the very least, they can support you. And so going to them or messaging them and saying, you know what, this may not be for you. Give them a way out. Don't make them feel like you're selling them into something. The takeaway is actually very powerful. It probably isn't for you. All of a sudden they're thinking, well, why not? Maybe it is, right? So they're more likely to want to come and take a look. But, give them that option out that it probably isn't something for you. But as one of my closest friends, or as my sister, as my mom, it's so important to me that you would just be there to support me, because I'm really nervous and I would just love your support. And you know what? It may not be for them, but maybe they'll hear someone else's story. Maybe it'll plant a seed. And if it doesn't, the fact that they're there to support you will mean the world anyway.
Here you go.
They're my tips for launching.
That's
know
awesome.
Your story. Practice it. Be nervous. Nervous is awesome. If you cry, bonus points. Be vulnerable. Share your pain. Be real. And tell people that you just want their support, and let them know there's a way out. You're not there to sell something to them or convince them on something.
And that kind of leads me to the last point before we go and do a little bit of Q&A. We talk about probably 3 fundamental skills in what we do. We talk about finding your first customer. Without customers, we don't have a business. Finding potentially your first team member. But probably even more important than both of those is really getting good at sharing your story. It comes up time and time again that probably the most important part of us when we're getting started is how you share your story about why you're doing what you're doing, or why you're involved in the program and what you're looking for. That, your story is everything in the beginning, guys, and really meeting people and being somewhat intuitive about what part of your story you're going to share. So I want to give you guys a little bit of framework on this. I know we've spent a little bit of time time to time, but I think it's so important is that really working on, how do you share what you do in a way that has people become curious enough to come and have a look over the fence. They want to know a little bit more, but you kind of haven't told them everything, that they know everything about it already. I think I heard someone say recently that, be the trailer, be the preview, not the movie. You don't tell the whole story. That's not your job. Our job is to be the trailer. Get people curious to say, hey, that sounds interesting. I want to know the full story. I want to know more about that. Hey, that might be of interest to me. Tell me more. So
and
I
it's
think
getting good at doing that in little seeds. So I don't get no's in this business, because I share a little bit and then they're curious, so they invite me to share more. And I share a little bit and they're curious, and then I get invited to share more. So getting good at, like Adam said, holding some back so that they ask you to share. Because how much more of a flow do you have, and how much more comfortable do you feel and more authentic do you feel when someone says to you, tell me more about that? Versus, I've got an opening, so I'm just going to spew everything I know about this on them and hopefully something sticks.
Yeah. I think it's so natural we want to talk, but I think, honestly, guys, the answers that you're looking for are in the questions. People will tell you what they're looking for if you ask the right questions, and really stop making it about your product, your opportunity. Talk more about what it is that they're looking for and sharing what you're excited that might resonate with them. I'd say to you guys, first and foremost, what is your product and program story? Why are you doing the product? I think sometimes people say to me when they're first getting started, Adam, I don't know if I can share this yet because I haven't got results. I want to use the analogy of kind of the movies a little bit around this. You guys can use it for yourself, but you can also help it with your team that are just getting started. People say to me, Adam, I'm not sure if I want to share the products with anyone until I've got results, until I've felt a difference. Now, I get that building belief around the products is important. And, the video that I've been using a lot that I think people really love and they fall in love, it just kind of accelerates their belief in the products that we have in Juice Plus, is the recent interview that we did with Dr. Mitra Ray. I'm not sure if you guys have seen that. I really encourage you guys go and watch that. But when I'm getting someone started, if they've just ordered the products, I'm going to send them the Dr. Mitra video. I'm going to say, hey, I thought you might find this interesting now that you're getting started, and, take a look. And I think the thing is, it helps them fill their tank up a little bit more around the belief in the products. Really helpful. You guys, remember, this is an important part of our business. Our business has 3 beliefs: belief in the product and the program, belief in our company and industry, and then belief in ourselves that I can do this too. And I think giving people those exposures is really important. So belief in the product. I think also when I've got someone that's ready to get on the products, that's about to do our business, I might say to them, I just want you to understand that I'm not saying that I want you to go out and tell everyone what this product's done for you before it's done anything, right? All I want you to do is get good at sharing why you've decided to give this product a go. And just like going to the movies, just like when a new movie comes out and you say to a girlfriend or a mate, you say, hey, I'm going to go to the movies. And they say, what are you going to go watch? And you tell them, and then some of your friends are going to say, hey, I'll come with you. I'm keen to come with you. I don't care what it's like. It sounds like it's going to be pretty good, so I'll come with you. And some of your friends are going to say, let me know how it is. Let me know how it is. Same with the new restaurant, right? New restaurant comes along. Some of your friends are saying, hey, I like that sort of food. I'm going to risk it and come and give it a go. Some of your friends are going to say, let me know how it goes, and I might try it too. So the same with the products, guys. The same with the program. Some people aren't going to want to they're not going to want to wait for you to get results before they want to give the product a try. I think it's understanding that. Some people say to me, I want to wait till I get results first, Adam, before I kind of share it. And I'm like, can I ask you this? Do you think there might be some people around you that trust your judgment enough that they don't want to have to wait for you to get results? They're like, I'm coming to the movies with you. I'm not waiting for you to watch it and then I'll go watch it later. I want to come on this journey with you right now. So I think it's about people understanding, even if this is you, you're like, oh, I want to feel these amazing results first before I share it. You know what I know about Juice Boss, guys, is that I get that we see these and feel these superficial result, like we see it, we have a bit more energy, or we start to notice in our skin and all that stuff. But honestly, guys, the real reason I hope most of you guys take Juice Plus is not on the basis of the results you see or feel. It's the stuff you often can't see or feel is the reason why we really take Juice Plus. You know, we don't feel cancer, we don't feel heart disease, we don't feel a lot of autoimmune diseases that are going on inside our body until they rear their ugly head way down the track. And that's why we take Juice Plus, guys. So I think we've got to understand that the reason why you've decided to put this stuff in your mouth, the reason why you've decided to give this thing a go, will be enough reason for other people to want to give it a go also. And I would say this, you know, I think, you know, be careful if you're just getting someone started and you kind of want them to just go start posting stuff. Maybe the best thing you could do, if you're brand new, get your upline to post. Like, get the person that introduced you, get them to post. Say, hey, would you post about me getting started on the program and what you're excited about me doing? Like, you know how I share my benefits? I'd love for you to just do a little post about getting something in the mail. And this can start to create some curiosity also. I think if you're getting a new customer started, you know, could I do a little fun post? I like to inspire people around us that are looking to get healthier. I'd love to celebrate you getting started in the program. Would you be okay if I did a little post about you getting started in the program and the sort of results you're looking to get? Would you be okay with that? Most people say, yeah, sure. Sounds good. I'm okay with that. I'm going to tag you in it. And I'm going to do a fun post. I like to celebrate new people getting started in the program and on the products. People are like, I can do that. Sounds great. And away you go. So I think this, guys, can be a great way to, one, find your first customer. Then secondly, I think you guys getting good at sharing your story. I kind of got off track there, but I think you guys getting good at sharing your own story. Why are you giving it a go? Why you want? And the same with the business, guys. You know, people ask you what you're doing. What's this new little business? Don't share what you're doing. Share why you're doing. You guys get this? There's a difference. What is, I'm doing Juice Plus. I'm doing a home-based business. My thing would be share why you're doing it. I'm doing it because. What's this new business? Yeah, I've got this I've got this exciting new little thing going on. I'm looking for this. I'm looking for a way to create a little extra income. It's It's really exciting. You know, some of the guys that are teaching us have created some pretty serious incomes over the last couple of years. I can't help to be a bit more excited so I can spend more time at home with the kids, or so I can travel more, or whatever it is for you. Getting on top of our financial situation without having to go out and get a second job, right? It's all those little benefits where people go, hey, I want that too.
And I just want to share the reason why you don't say I do Juice Plus in that moment is that, I mean, we're so proud of our company, so proud. We're so proud of our product. We're incredibly proud to be in this industry. And that's one of your jobs as new people, is to build your belief the way we have over time as well. But people, when you say Juice Plus, they have a picture of what they think that means. They don't see the full benefits that come with being in this business or being a part of Juice Plus. They don't understand that it's mums doing mum care instead of daycare. They don't understand that it's women retiring their husbands from the mines. Like, it doesn't, that description, Juice Plus, doesn't package up all of those benefits. So people make an assumption that it's not for them because they have a picture of what they think it is. So it's our job to share our story in a way that gives them more clarity about what we do. For some of you, you're here because of helping mums do mum care instead of daycare. Some of you are here because you transformed your health. We're all here for many different reasons. And we want to work with lots of different people. That's the beauty of this business, is we all get to have our niches and be who we are and work with the people who are like us. So yeah, I just wanted to add that in, because it's not because we're not proud. It's not because, you know, any other reason other than even the product, you know, putting the product picture on Facebook, they think, oh, I'm not looking for juice in a capsule. But they don't understand what that is more energy, clearer skin, stronger nails, like pooping better, sleeping better. All of those benefits don't come across from a Juice Plus picture. And that's why your story is your most powerful marketing tool there is. And it's a free marketing tool. It'll honestly be the most powerful thing that you have, and your story will be unique to anyone else. And that will attract the right people to you.
Yeah, I'm just going to try to find the start of some questions. If you guys, don't forget, guys, if you guys have got any questions, then please don't hesitate.
I might just talk about belief while you're looking. Great. So when I first got started, I did get started when Adam got started. And actually, one of the women shared beautifully about this GoPro. She talked about the 4 pillars of belief, and they're like legs of the table, and you really want them all to be sturdy. So you've got product belief. So that's why we say it's so important for you to be a product of the product, because the stronger your belief in what it's done for you and your family, the better marketing tool that you have. It'll be authentic, genuine. You won't feel like you're selling, because just like when you love a restaurant, you always share that with your friends. It's the same with this product. Belief in the company. So, you know, we can tell you all about it, but of course you might want to go find out for yourself how strong, stable, and heart-driven our company is, and how long they've been around, and the future is so bright for our company. Then you have the industry belief and self-belief. And these were the two that were non-existent for me. And it's very hard to build a business when you don't believe in the industry that you're in, or, you know, you're struggling with self-belief, which most of us do. The great thing about self-belief is you can fake that one till you make it, if you make the choice to do so. And I made that choice. I'm like, you know what? I don't believe in myself, but I'm going to fake it till I make it. I'm going to do what my leaders tell me to do. And I grew my belief in myself over time. I lent on their belief in me. So they believed more in me than I believed in myself. But you can lean into that belief from others when you don't have it for yourself yet. And then the industry belief is where I had to go to work. And literally in one link, really, but there was 2 that I watched, I transformed that overnight. And I spent 12 months not being teachable and not watching those 2 links and being embarrassed about what I was doing. And then after watching How to Build Your Network Marketing Business by Jim Rohn, you can Google it, and Rise of the Entrepreneur by Eric Worre. It was the Jim Rohn one was my personal favorite, but people like one or the other usually. Overnight, my belief transformed, like overnight, to like non-existent to 10 out of 10, rock solid. Oh my God, I can't believe I've had this gift in my hands. I can't believe how long it took me to watch those links. And that's your responsibility. We can't give that belief to you. You've got to do that work to build it yourself. Now, I became so proud overnight, like so proud that I no longer care what anyone thinks. I know the gift that I have, and I know that people need me. I don't need them. I'm the one with the gift. I'm not desperate. I don't come across needy to people. And then people are more chasing me than the other way around. That's what happened in my business. And when you understand that the most certain person will always win, that's when you'll understand the power of your belief. People are looking for certain people to follow in life. And I started attracting people into my business with ease, grace, and flow when my belief was 10 out of 10, because people wanted to follow me where I was going. Even though I wasn't even there yet, I just was certain I was going to be successful. People wanted to come along for the journey. And on the flip side, I don't ever get neg ferrets because the energy of my certainty is so strong. Why would you want to come up against me on it? And if you did, I wouldn't care. I just wouldn't even buy into it. So you want to get your belief that strong, and hopefully you can do it as easily as I did with a couple of simple links, and you'll be so addicted to what this could be for you that you won't hear the no's anymore. They won't pull you off track. You won't hear, the occasional neg ferret friend that might be out there that says, oh my God, are you doing one of those things? They're just coming from a place of not understanding. And we were in that place for 3 years. Linda shared this for more than 3 years with us, and we were so ignorant. And we were like, oh my God, Linda, that Juice Plus thing. We were her neg ferret friends, right? And we were just too ignorant to take a look. And thank goodness she had rock solid belief, and we didn't pull her off track.
Yeah, I think it's such an important thing. The other thing I just want to literally, guys, I know many of you guys have heard this, and if you haven't listened to Jim Rohn, R-O-H-N, How to Build Your Network Marketing Business, if you haven't listened to that in the last 12 months, can I encourage that you go back and listen to that again? It is such a great audio. You can find it on YouTube. You can find it in the starter guide of Team FreeStyle. It is there free for all you guys to listen to. I think it is just a great audio to listen to really get this business. And I think if you've been here for a while, listening to it again, I think you'll get it at a deeper level again. There's just you listen to it from a different perspective again, and you really understand what we do even to a deeper level. I think the other one Kira talked about, Eric Worre, and no doubt the Rise of the Entrepreneur documentary is amazing, but also his book, GoPro. I'm not saying that because we're around him on the weekends, but I'm saying the book, GoPro, the 7 steps to building a successful network marketing business. Honestly, it's the grail. It's everything. That book, honestly, guys, the first 2 chapters, even if you listen, just read or listened, I like to listen, so I say listen to books, but find the audio version. But just listening to the first 2 chapters of that, I'll be honest with you guys, if I listen to it these days, and it often pops up in my library and I'll listen to it, I often cry in the first couple of chapters, because honestly, I just go, man, this is such a good way. It's such a better way. And what this thing has to offer, and when you really have realization that you finally found something that can deliver on your dreams and aspirations that you've always had. Honestly, guys, it's emotional, it's moving. And I think you guys know that this has the ability to be that. But honestly, are you really going to work so much that, when we talk about this stuff, I'm interested to know how many of you guys have heard about the book GoPro, but still yet to read it. Still yet to listen to it. It's kind of like enough is enough. It's kind of like Kira knew about this stuff for 12 months, and I know some of you guys want to mirror and model her, but please don't mirror and model that.
Don't take teachable for 12 months.
Don't take 12 months to go and listen to it. Go find it out. Go check it out.
Someone said the link in the starter guide doesn't work. Yeah, that's because the links keep changing out there in the world. So you can Google it and 10 links will come up. And that's one tip. I was not resourceful when I started this business. I wanted to, not to say that this person is doing that, but I just didn't take responsibility for anything in those first 12 months. You know, if the link doesn't work, then just hit Google, or, you know, if your customer asks a question, searching FreeStyle first before going to your leaders. Like, the information is there, and, you know, we have the ability to go and find a lot of that for ourselves.
I want to ask, with Rayleigh asked this, and I think this is a really good point, guys. Rayleigh asked is that my stepmom is skeptical. She believes that she, because she is vegan, eats well, and eats lots of fruits and vegetables, that Juice Plus isn't for her and never will be. She doesn't understand at all the benefits of Juice Plus. How could I get her to change her mind and maybe try it? Well, my thing is that you can never change anyone's mind. People decide to change their minds. That's not our job. And to be honest, Rayleigh, I think you've got to meet people where they're at. I think maybe giving her an opportunity to have a look at maybe the Metris, just say, hey, you know, I know Juice Plus isn't for you, but I came across a video recently. I would just love to be able to at least just give you a little bit more insight to what it is, because I know you're into health and I really respect you for that. If I was to send you something to have a look at, would you be up for having a look at it? And I would send her the Dr. Mitra Ray one. What I love about the Dr. Mitra Ray video that we did an interview with Kira and I did about a month or so ago, she talks about that it's not actually the fruits and vegetables, like what's in the fruits and vegetables, that's the benefit of Juice Plus. It's what's on the outside of lots of the fruits and vegetables that's in Juice Plus that we're not eating, that why we want to consume that stuff. For me, that was like, whoa, this is like next level. It's like you can't even eat the fruits and vegetables that she's talking about. But it's not your job to convince her, Rayleigh. Honestly, girl, I want to say this. Don't waste your energy on that stuff. You know, can I just tell you guys the truth? I can't give Juice Plus to my mum. Can't give it to her. Literally, guys, I take boxes of Juice Plus around to her house, put it on a bench, open it up and say, Mum, will you please just take it? You don't have to pay for it. I'm paying for it. Just please take it. And to this day, guys, she still doesn't. I haven't given up on her. Don't worry.
Not because she's vegan and super healthy.
No, she's like a, you know, cast of wine and a few cigarettes most nights. But honestly, guys, so would she benefit? Yes. Is it my job to convince?
Take it. Maybe it made her feel like she couldn't smoke anymore. That's happened to some people.
Honestly, guys, it's not your job to convince people. It's your job to give them an opportunity to have a look at. That's all you can say. If I was to send you something, Eric did a great job of this the other day. Like, you know, he did a little live presentation and he said, he kind of went, I know this isn't for you. I get that this isn't probably for you. But if I was to, could I just send you something at least? Because I'm not here to make you do this. I'm just here to make sure that you know enough about this. That's all I want to do. I just want to make sure that you understand what I do. That's it. I want you to understand what this really is. Not so you'll do it, just so you know. And then you can never come back to me and say, hey, you didn't tell me about that part. You didn't tell me about that part. At least I told you, right? And just leave it with them, right? Just leave it with them. And I think this is about it. And now if people don't want to at least have a look at it, well, to be honest, I don't know how you help people that are, closed off and they're arrogant, right? They're just like, I know everything, right? So it's not your job, guys. And just, it's not worth your energy. Go out and help a whole bunch of people that want to be helped. There are so many people out there in the world that are looking to get healthier, to kind of get stuck on the one person that you really want to get on it. Like, honestly, get over it. Get over it. Not one. I just want to say this again. I know I said my mum, but not one family member in my life takes Juice Plus. Am I losing sleep over it? No. Am I disappointed? Yes. Yeah, I am. But you know what? It's not my job. People will do what they do. And it's not your job to convince or drag or be a crazy Juice Plus person, right? Annoying them about it. Shut the front door. So yeah. So I want you guys to, I know you want to help people. I love that about this community. You guys are really heart-driven, really customer-driven, and we want to help impact people around that. But I just, honestly, guys, you can lead a horse to water.
When
but
it comes to your family, the best way to create change, and this may not even work, but you just be the light. Like, don't try and convince them, don't tell them. You just live the mission. And some of them will have their enough is enough moment, and you'll be the person that they come to when they're ready. But yeah, you can never push your family to do anything.
Yeah, yeah. I was going to say something else. So there's not many questions. You guys seem to be doing pretty well. Yeah, is there one that is condensed that we can send? Is there one that is condensed that we can send? The Dr. Mitra Ray? Well, we've broken it up in bits. If you guys don't know this, the Dr. Mitra Ray call that goes for 45 minutes, we've chunked it up into each of the areas. So when we asked her a question about the soy in the complete shakes even, she answered that question so well. When she talked about the omegas, we chopped it up into like a whatever, if she spoke 3 to 5 minutes. You guys can just pull that little video out and send that. You know, you might have a customer right now. You might have a customer right now that's just on the premium capsule, they're just on the capsules, or they're just on the complete, but they're not on the omegas. You might just say, hey, I found this cool video about one of our newer products that's been around only for a little while. I'm not sure if you take a fish oil or any sort of oils to make sure you've got a nice balance of your omega-3s. But if I was to send you it, would you be interested to check it out? And you just send them a little video, send them the video around that. Question, Heather, thank you for putting a little Q. That makes it easy, doesn't it? I can add friends or family, friends of friends or random people, but how do I start any combo with them? Look, my experience, Heather, is that you want to find good time for that. I think the thing is, guys, if you're adding friends of friends and then you're randomly inboxing them, I don't know. I don't know about you guys, but if someone random inbox me, I'm a bit like, who is this?
You need to find a commonality. So, you know, if you know them and you've met them before, just say, hey, maybe bring up a memory, reconnect with them, and take time to actually build a connection. You're not going to mention your products then and there or the business opportunity. If it might even be, if you've never met them before, it might be just, hey, like we have a mutual friend. Have we met before? And just find a way to build connection. You might connect with brand new people who are not friends of friends who are in a common interest group. So you have a common interest. So you connect over the common interest. It's about building rapport with people and expanding your network by giving value, loving on people, and finding opportunities in the future where you can connect with them over this, because there's a genuine opportunity. It's not about going in for the kill, you know, by the third message, unless you can get a feeling and a sense that this could be something for them genuinely. So I would say find ways to connect with them with a commonality, whether it's an interest or a person you know. Maybe it's a memory that you have together that you can bring up. Maybe it's some value add of a common interest that you thought they might appreciate. Just find ways to add value.
Yeah. Yeah, family are definitely the hardest. It's a bit, honestly, guys, it's a bit like, you know, you tell your partner something. Kira did this about like holistic health for a long time. She's telling me about it. And I'm like, you're crazy. Like, you're a bit full on about it. And then I go and listen to an absolute stranger. They say it. And I'm like, oh, this whole thing's amazing. She's like, I've been saying that for 2 years. So I think the family are often the ones that believe. They know everything about you. They know the warts, your rashes, all the bad times, the most embarrassing times. They're like, since when did you discover, you know, the answer to everything? Like, they're a bit like, come on, really? Like, just maybe you've tried something before. Maybe they've got a bit of reason to be a bit like that. So just chill your jets, go and lift the weights. You never know. Inspire them. I think that's the best thing that we can do.
It's more likely with your family going to be a testimonial of someone else that you've helped, that maybe you share on social media or something. Yeah. Those kind of things are going to get their attention more than anything that you say.
Yeah, I would say, guys, just someone asked, you know, got a few customers now, looking to get my first team member. My thing is, ask yourself a question. Who do you know right now that an extra $500 to $1,000 might make a difference? Who do you know? Or when was the last time, have you done a launch event yet? Like, have you done a launch? Have you invited at least 50 people to your launch event? Play full out. I would say, have I done a launch event, invited 50 people? I haven't. Well, I want to tick that box. I want to make sure I go do that. You know, when was the last time I reached out to some people and checked in about their lifestyle? I checked in about work. I checked in about, you know, how they're going, and give them a chance to come and have a look at something. Are we allowed to send the whole Dr. Mitra interview to people or not? Yeah, I don't have a problem with that.
Yeah, most people, though, that's full on. I wouldn't go there unless they're the kind of person who's hungry for knowledge.
Yeah.
And that's like wouldn't even be 20% of the population. Most people would not care to watch that whole video and probably would do the opposite benefit. So I would just be conscious about who you're sending it to and why.
Yeah. I think, guys, when you're reaching out to people, be patient. Like Kira said, you know, find relativity. I think we get a bit like, I just want to get someone. People can feel that, you know, find an excuse to pop up a conversation. I love the getting group, like think about three things that you love, three hobbies, three interests, three things that you're interested in. Go search those groups in Facebook, go join them, and interact, add value, be someone that's going to go in there and add value, ask good questions, doing that stuff. People get curious. Like, it's a good way to just create some relationships. Then once you've created those relationships, take them out of and into Messenger and, build it, compliment them, make a comment that's nice, build rapport like you would with anyone that you're meeting new. Just reading the question, just making sure there's no questions, guys. Question in regards to alcohol, I'm wondering if it's his body no longer craving sugar. Do you think this is possible from Juice Plus?
So we can't make claims, but I have heard a lot of testimonials over the last 4 years of smoking and drinking alcohol where people are either totally repelled or just lose interest in them. I mean, I don't know exactly why that is, but my guess is that when you start putting that nutrition in your body craves the level of nutrition and vitality that you're giving it. So when you're giving it that vitality, your body's repelled from things more often that are doing the opposite. Like alcohol and cigarettes are adding a toxic burden to your body. So if you're detoxing, you don't crave putting the toxins back in. There's been many a case, but it doesn't work for everyone. So it's not a claim, but that can happen. Some people just become so repulsed, it actually makes them sick to smoke when they start taking the product. And I think that's because the body's starting to detox and it's starting to pull some of those toxins out of the cells. And then, you go and then try and smoke on top of that and the body just doesn't like it.
Yeah. I think we're done. Naomi, this is a good one. Naomi asked, any advice to get myself out of the rut? Honestly, I think the best advice is just get into action. Yeah. Honestly, guys, action gets you out of doubt. Doubt will get you out of action. I think just feel the fear, do it anyway. You're only in a rut if you decide you're in a rut.
Make the decision not to be. That's my tip. Just make the decision. I'm not in a rut.
Yeah.
I'm going to make a change. Have a morning routine that inspires you. Have some power statements or a person or an inspiring 5-minute clip. There's so many great motivational, inspirational clips out there on YouTube. Maybe it's your power song. Like when I put music on in the morning, it changes the state of this entire family. There's so many ways to get yourself in a state where you're inspired and empowered for the day, but truly it is your decisions. I certainly have times where You know, like I'm like, oh, you know, I'm feeling a bit down. But the awareness, as soon as I'm aware of it, I know that I have the choice not to be. And, you know, I'm resourceful now in tools that help to bring me out and re-inspire me. And, you know, that's exercise, that's my morning routine, it's listening to personal development every single day, gratitude practice, you know, and as Adam said, I was in a rut for like 33 years or however many years it was before I joined, of like never following through on anything, never deciding to be successful, because success is a choice. It's not lucky. It's not some people were born that way. If you're not successful right now at something, it's simply because you choose not to be. When I chose to be successful at this business, I had no freaking idea how. I just knew I was going to find a way once the decision was made. So, you know, you've got to find those things that empower you every day. So for me, exercise, personal development, gratitude practice, meditation's good for me, you know, power songs. I have a whole host of resources now, because the same thing might not work every day, but you've got to make a choice to go and do those things. Otherwise, nothing's going to change. And that's another powerful inspiration tool. I hate the word motivation because it sounds painful, but inspiration. Know why. Like, you know, as a mother and looking at my kids every day, knowing that we weren't giving them the best life that we could because, you know, we weren't successful with our finances, that got me out of the rut, because I didn't want to look at them in 10 years' time and know that I could have given them a better life. Like, that was my driver. Every time I had to say yes to get outside my comfort zone. But I didn't want to. You know, even yesterday, Eric Warrior, I didn't want to, but I want to be the best version for them. And I want to keep growing, because that's how my business will grow. And that's how I give them a better life. That's what pulls me forward towards success. So make your decision, understand why, and have some resources and tools for those moments that will hit where you just don't feel like it. But the pain of not doing it is worse than the pain of getting up when you don't feel like it.
A couple of really quick ones, because I'm gonna have to answer another time, guys. So I hope you guys find the answer to the other questions you guys are looking for. But honestly, guys, play full out, find your reason, find your purpose, have an awesome month, and we have got Juice Plus Franchisee of the Year on tonight. So I just want to answer this one really quick, because this one coming up, and this is getting out of like the whole Centrelink, getting benefits. Honestly, guys, get advice from an accountant. From my understanding, this income is not just like you guys got. It's a business, so your income isn't profit; it's just income. And so I think getting some advice around this is really important, because your income, you still have to offset your outgoings, which if you guys are running a home-based business, you might have some outgoings now. So I'm not giving you financial advice right now. I'm just saying get some good advice.
And on the other side, I just want to empower you. Do you want to be on Centrelink for the rest of your life? And so that's the reason why you don't move forward with this business, because there is going to be a transition phase. Or would you love to earn 5 times more than what you are on Centrelink, and therefore put your head down and go for it and never look back?
Yeah, I think just to give you guys some certainty around that, I think that if you went and got some advice, I know there's some people inside FreeStyle that have learnt how to deal with this challenge, about that transition. So you're not eating beans and rice for a week because Centrelink cut off your payments because you put a bit of money in your account. There's definitely smart ways to do it. But,
be smart about it, but don't let that be your decision holding you back.
Yeah. Awesome. Awesome, guys. We look forward to seeing you on training in a minute. Bye.